Have you ever climbed into bed, pulled up the covers, turned off the lights, and then just stared at the ceiling, waiting for sleep that never seems to come? You're not alone. And if you're over 50, you've probably noticed that sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to. Maybe you fall asleep fast, but wake up 2 or 3 times in the night. Or you wake up before the sun and feel like your body's been through a marathon, even though you barely moved. It's frustrating, it's exhausting, and worst of all, it can start to feel normal. But let me tell you something important. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you're meant to sleep less or sleep worse. That's a myth. Yes, your sleep patterns change with age, but that doesn't mean you have to accept poor sleep as your new reality. Sleep is one of the most powerful ways to restore your body and mind, especially as we age. It affects your memory, your mood, your immune system, your heart, even your weight. When you sleep well, everything works better. And the good news? You don't need a pharmacy full of pills or fancy gadgets to start sleeping better. You just need a few small changes, a few simple habits that can completely transform the way you rest. So today, we're going to talk about exactly that, how to sleep better after 50. Simple, natural, proven ways to help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling like you actually slept. Because you deserve to feel good again every morning. Let's start with something most people overlook, your evening rhythm. Think of your body like a clock, it loves routine. And yet, so many of us stay up late one night, go to bed early the next, watch TV in bed, or scroll through our phones until our eyes burn. The truth is, the body can't rest properly if it doesn't know when to shut down. So the first step is to set a bedtime. Not just a rough idea, but a real, consistent time. And here's the trick, stick to it, even on weekends. Now, you might be thinking, I'm retired, I don't need a bedtime. But it's not about the schedule, it's about rhythm. When your body starts to recognize that, say, 10 p.m. means sleep time, it begins to wind down naturally. You'll feel sleepier. You'll fall asleep faster. And you won't lie there wide awake wondering why you're still counting sheep at midnight. Even better, create a wind-down routine before bed, something you do every night that tells your brain, it's time to rest now. Maybe it's a warm cup of chamomile tea, or listening to soft music, or just dimming the lights and reading a book. Whatever it is, keep it calming. No news. No loud conversations. And definitely no screens. Speaking of screens, that brings me to the next point, light. Your body runs on a natural cycle called the circadian rhythm. This rhythm is controlled by light. When the sun is up, your brain says, time to be alert. When it's dark, your brain produces melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. But here's the problem, our modern lives are filled with artificial light, especially blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs. This kind of light confuses your brain. It thinks it's still daytime. So if you're staring at a phone at 9:30 p.m., your brain is wide awake, even if your body is begging for sleep. One simple fix? Turn off all screens at least an hour before bed. If you need something to do, grab a paperback or listen to an audiobook. And if you absolutely must look at your phone, try using a blue light filter. Many phones have that setting now. It dims the screen and reduces the harsh light. Even better? Get outside in the morning. A short walk in the daylight can reset your internal clock, helping you feel more awake during the day and sleepier at night. It's free, it's easy, and it works. Now, let's talk about the bedroom itself. Is it helping you sleep or making it harder? So many people don't realize how much their bedroom environment affects their rest. If your room is too hot, too cold, too noisy, or too bright, your brain stays on edge. And even if you fall asleep, you might not stay there for long. Start by looking at your room like it's a place for rest, and only rest. Is your mattress comfortable? Are your sheets breathable? Is your pillow giving your neck the support it needs? You spend 1/3 of your life in that bed. It should feel like a place of peace, not a battlefield. Keep the room cool. Around 65 to 68 degrees is often ideal for sleep. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask if there's too much light, and consider a white noise machine or a fan if sound is a problem. These small tweaks can create a space your brain associates with deep rest, not stress. And finally, pay attention to what your body is doing in the hours leading up to bedtime. Caffeine, alcohol, and heavy meals too close to bedtime can make it much harder for your body to settle down. You may not feel wide awake, but your system is still working, digesting, processing, alert. Try to avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. If you enjoy a drink in the evening, have it earlier and in moderation. And give your body 2 to 3 hours after dinner to digest before lying down. Even small choices, like switching to herbal tea in the evening or having a lighter dinner, can make a noticeable difference in how easily you fall asleep. Now that we've covered these foundations, setting a rhythm, protecting your sleep environment, and adjusting your pre-bed habits, you're already well on your way to better rest. It's surprising, isn't it? How something as simple as a quiet room or a cup of herbal tea can make a difference in your sleep. But often, it's these small, consistent choices that set the stage for deep rest. And now that we've laid that foundation, your rhythm, your environment, your evening habits, let's talk about something many people overlook: what you do during the day. Yes, daytime matters just as much as bedtime. See, your body doesn't just flip a switch when it's time to sleep. It's been preparing all day long. The choices you make from the moment you wake up either support your sleep or sabotage it without you even realizing it. One of the biggest factors? Movement. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or hitting the gym 5 times a week. I'm talking about simple, steady movement throughout your day. A morning walk, stretching your arms, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, these small moments of activity send a clear message to your body: we're awake. We're active. And when the time comes, we'll need rest. Exercise helps your body use energy in a healthy way, and when you've moved your muscles, stretched your joints, and gotten your heart pumping just a little, your body naturally winds down later. It's like spending energy to earn better sleep. And the good news is, you don't have to do much. Even 20 to 30 minutes of light movement, like walking or gentle yoga, can dramatically improve your sleep quality. But there's one important detail: try not to exercise too close to bedtime. Your body needs a little time to cool down and relax. So aim to get your movement in earlier in the day, maybe right after breakfast, or in the early afternoon if that feels better. And while we're on the topic of energy, let's talk about something that plays a huge role in sleep: stress. Stress is sneaky. It shows up in the form of worry, tension, overthinking, and even a racing heartbeat. And the worst part is, it doesn't always feel like stress. Sometimes it feels like restlessness, or irritation, or just lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering why your mind won't shut off. The truth is, as we get older, we often carry more emotional weight, concerns about health, finances, family, loneliness. These are real and valid. But when they pile up, our nervous system doesn't get a break. And even if our body is tired, our brain is still in overdrive. That's why it's so important to build moments of calm into your day, not just at night, but throughout the day. Think of it as giving your nervous system time to exhale. This could be as simple as 5 minutes of deep breathing while sitting on your porch, or closing your eyes for a quiet moment after lunch, or journaling your thoughts before bed, just putting them on paper so they don't rattle around in your head all night. And if you've never tried it, guided meditation can be surprisingly helpful. There are apps and free videos designed specifically for older adults. Some are just 5 to 10 minutes long, just enough to help your mind settle. You don't have to do it right. Just give yourself permission to pause. Because here's the truth: your body knows how to sleep. It's wired for it. But when we live in a world that's always busy, always noisy, always pushing us to do more, sleep becomes something we have to relearn. And speaking of relearning, let's talk about naps. Naps can be both helpful and harmful, depending on how you use them. A short nap, say 20 to 30 minutes, can give your brain a reset and help you feel more alert in the afternoon. But long naps or naps taken too late in the day can throw off your entire sleep cycle. If you find yourself napping out of boredom or habit, try shifting that pattern. Ask yourself, am I napping because I'm truly tired, or because I'm not moving enough during the day? Or maybe I didn't sleep well last night, so now I'm stuck in a cycle of poor nighttime sleep and daytime drowsiness. If that sounds like you, start by adjusting the nap itself. Keep it short. Try napping earlier, before 3 p.m. And give your body a chance to build up enough sleep pressure to feel naturally tired at bedtime. Another helpful tip? Get a little sun exposure during the day. Remember that circadian rhythm we talked about? It's driven by light, and sunlight is the most powerful cue your brain gets. Even if you just sit by a window or take a 10-minute walk outside, it makes a difference. And don't forget hydration. This one surprises people. Dehydration can cause restlessness, headaches, leg cramps, all things that can keep you up at night. But on the flip side, drinking too much water late in the day can lead to multiple bathroom trips in the middle of the night. The key is to hydrate consistently throughout the day. Start with a glass of water in the morning. Sip water with meals. Keep a bottle nearby during the afternoon. But after dinner, begin to slow it down. That way, your body is well hydrated, but your bladder isn't waking you up at 2 a.m. It's a balance, like most things when it comes to health. Small adjustments, more movement, moments of calm, the right kind of naps, and steady hydration can all come together to support better sleep in a big way. Now that your days are working with your nights, not against them, your body can finally begin to rest the way it was always meant to. Now that your days are in better rhythm, with gentle movement, calming moments, shorter naps, and thoughtful hydration, your nights start to change too. You may find yourself drifting off a little easier, waking up fewer times, and even looking forward to bedtime again. That's what we want. Not just more sleep, but better sleep. Deeper, more restful, more healing. But there's one more layer we need to talk about, and it's one that doesn't get mentioned often enough. It's how you feel about sleep. For so many of us, sleep becomes a source of anxiety. You lie down, already worrying that you won't sleep. You watch the clock. You count the hours you have left before morning. And the more you try to force it, the further sleep seems to drift away. That pressure creates tension in your body, your mind, even your breathing. And when your body feels threatened, even by worry, it won't relax. That's part of our survival instinct. We can't rest if we're alert. So here's something to try, especially on the nights when sleep doesn't come easily. Let go of the pressure to sleep. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but think of it this way. What if your bed wasn't just a place to sleep, but a place to rest? To unwind. To let your thoughts float. To breathe deeply and gently, without rushing towards sleep like it's a finish line. Sometimes, just by changing your mindset, you change the experience. Try this. When you lie down, close your eyes and take 3 slow, full breaths. Then remind yourself, even if I don't fall asleep right away, I'm still resting. My body is safe. My mind is quiet. I have nothing to do right now except be here. It's a small shift, but it's powerful. Because often, once the pressure is gone, sleep finds its way in on its own. And while we're here, let's talk about something that affects many people over 50, those frequent wake-ups during the night. Maybe it's once or twice, maybe it's 4 or 5 times. Sometimes it's to use the bathroom, other times there's no clear reason. You just find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m. with the sound of your heartbeat louder than your thoughts. Here's the truth, waking up at night isn't always a bad thing. In fact, it's a normal part of sleep. We all cycle through different stages, and it's common to surface briefly before dropping back into rest. The key isn't avoiding wake-ups, it's learning how to return to sleep calmly. If you wake up and feel alert, don't panic. Don't turn on your phone. Don't turn on the lights if you don't need to. Stay in bed, breathe slowly, and allow your body to relax again. If your mind starts racing, gently guide it elsewhere. Think of a peaceful memory, a vacation, a childhood moment, the sound of the ocean. Let your imagination be your lullaby. And if you absolutely can't fall back asleep after 20 or 30 minutes, it's okay to get out of bed. Go sit in a chair with a soft light. Read something calming. Sip some warm water. Then, when your eyes start to feel heavy again, return to bed. You're not starting over, you're continuing the process. And it's all part of the rhythm. One more thing before we close, and it might be the most important of all. Be kind to yourself. Sleep isn't about perfection. You will still have restless nights sometimes. That's part of being human. Especially as we age, our bodies are going through changes, hormonal shifts, aches and pains, life transitions. There will be nights when sleep is interrupted. But that doesn't mean you're failing. It just means your body is adjusting. And the more gentle and patient you are with yourself, the more your body will trust you to rest. So tonight, when you lie down, take a moment to thank your body. It's carried you through decades of life. Through stress, through illness, through joy and pain and everything in between. It deserves rest. And so do you. Let your bedtime be a gift, not a battle. And as you build these small habits, day by day, you'll start to notice a difference. You'll wake up clearer, calmer. You'll feel steadier during the day. You'll begin to trust your own rhythm again. And that, my friend, is where the magic really happens. Because sleep isn't just about recharging. It's about healing. It's your body's way of saying, I'm still here. I still have more to give. So give yourself that gift. Create a bedtime routine you enjoy. Move your body, calm your mind, nourish yourself with care. You don't need perfection, just intention. And every small change adds up. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've tried to improve your sleep? Or maybe you have a nighttime routine that really works for you. Share it in the comments below. You never know who you might help just by sharing your story. And if this video brought you some peace or insight, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find this content, and it lets me know that you're out there, walking this path too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more gentle, practical health advice made just for you. We've got plenty more coming your way, because your health, your rest, your joy, they matter. Here's to a peaceful night, a brighter morning, and a life that feels full, no matter what age you are. Sleep well, my friend. You've earned it.